Okay, g'day guys. It's been almost 3 weeks since I started Dukan, and I do apologise. I haven't put any videos up in the last couple of weeks. This uni work has kept me pretty busy for the last 2.5 weeks. So between that and following Dukan and everything else, I've been pretty busy. As far as Dukan goes, I have had a few slip-ups. I'm going to be honest, I've had a few slip-ups over the weeks where I have either just gone stuff it and eaten whatever I wanted for that day. An example was a friend's son's birthday, probably a week after I started. It had been planned for 6 months or so, and I just went, you know what, stuff it. He only turns 4 once, and she's moving very shortly, so I was like, I won't get to spend birthdays and stuff with him again, well, at least not for a very long time anyway. So I figured, why not? And I didn't go stupid. Like, yes, I had bread and I had sausages and I had cake and I had lollies. In saying all that, in 3 weeks, I've probably lost inches off my waist and off my stomach, and I've noticed on my arms as well, and some in my face. Yeah, I did also have a slip up only a couple of days ago now, where I just didn't have the money to buy Dukan food. With Rego due and everything else, I fell off the wagon again, and I pretty much ate what I wanted for 2 days. Again, I didn't go stupid. I kept starchy foods to a minimum. I tried to eat, as close to Dukan as I could, but I didn't exactly stick completely to Dukan for those couple of days. On the exercise front, I'm not walking every day. I know I probably should be, but but I am walking a couple of times a week, and I also go walking with a good friend of mine once a week on Thursdays. We go out to the beach near where I live, and we go for, I think it's about 2 or 3 Ks. We go for a walk. It could be longer, it could be shorter, I really don't know. By the time I get back, I'm actually not puffing, because we're not walking at a pace that is, it's not a fast pace where I'm finding I'm out of breath, but it's at a pace where I'm working up a sweat and I can feel the benefits. I'm sleeping better on those nights. I can concentrate more. I've actually found, since I started Dukan and I've lost a little weight, weight-wise, I've lost about 2.5 I've lost. I was 162.2 when I started, and I got weighed Wednesday this week. So it was about 2.5 weeks after I started. And yeah, I've lost about 2.5 kilos in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of at the moment. But yeah, as I was saying before, I've found standing on my feet for work, even losing 2.5 kilos of weight off my body has made a little bit of a difference. I find I don't need to sit down as much at work. Like before, I was actually dragging a chair out to stand behind the console, or just like to sit on behind the console when I was feeling tired, or my legs were tired, or my back was sore. And the last 2 weeks I've noticed I haven't had to do that. I don't know whether it's I have more energy or what it is, but I'm still having my oat bran every night. I've actually found a really yummy way to do it is mix it in with yogurt. Like I have maybe 1 or 2 yogurts a day, just the little tiny tubs. I don't even have one. The Yoplait, I think it's Yoplait for me, FORME if you're in Australia. If you're not in Australia, it's a diet yogurt. It doesn't taste like diet yogurt. They actually come in really nice flavours. There's a apple pie, cheesecake and sticky date 6-pack, and I have one of those every night. And then I buy a tub of just plain low-fat Greek yogurt, and I have that for the 7th night. So that gets me through the week. Recipe-wise, I've been trying a few different things. Those of you who have my Facebook, who are on my Facebook, will actually have seen I made some fish cakes. They were it was a comedy of errors making those, because I actually thought I'd bought salmon and I hadn't. I'd bought mackerel, and it wasn't flaked mackerel, it was actually whole mackerel fish. And when I emptied it out in the bowl, it made me want to throw up. I almost didn't make them. And the flavour was just really strong, pungent. So I got a tin of tuna in brine, drained that off and added that in with the oat bran and the egg, and mixed that all together. And it actually turned out a lot nicer. A little bit of low-fat sour cream, or I can't think what the overseas version is, but yeah, it's sour cream. A little bit of that on the side and a little sprinkling of salt made it so much nicer. And the things were only, hang on, I'll get my ruler. They were only about 10 centimetres wide. Like, each cake was only about 10 centimetres wide, so that's about 4 inches wide in diameter. And they're actually quite filling, I think, because of the oat bran in them. And plus, my trusty water bottle, 1 litre water bottle. This thing, this is about the 4th one of these I've bought. I actually got a pop top of another bottle, and it fits beautifully, so that's great for work. Other than that, I haven't really cheated, but again, and I know my friend Michelle is going to be sitting there going grrr at me. I love you, Michelle. But yeah, in the last week and a half, I haven't cheated at all. But other than my little break because I couldn't afford it, Dukan is a very expensive diet. So if you're sort of living close to the poverty line, not poverty line, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, then you need to do a bit more forward planning. There's actually this really fantastic website, and it's called mydukandiet.com. The recipes that this thing has, I'll actually put the link down below in the description section, so those of you who want to have a look can go have a look. It's actually sorted by, you can pull up all the recipes. You can set it out by attack phase, protein, pure protein, vegetable and protein, or consolidation. I've tried a few of them off there. There's a oat bran chicken nuggets. They are fantastic. They don't even taste like diet food. They're just so yummy. There's just been so many of that I've tried. My friend Michelle, my God, has been a wealth of experience. She actually told me about making like these little ham and egg, I call them ham and egg cupcakes, because that's literally what they look like. Is you just get some ham and you pop that into a muffin tin, break your egg in it, put it in the oven, 15 minutes, done. Beautiful eggs, slightly runny on the inside, a little bit hard. Oh God, heaven. But yeah, the My Dukan Diet website has some beautiful recipes. Stuff like, you know, lemon galettes, coconut egg custard, which by the way is divine. Chocolate mousse I tried, yummy. The lemon baked cheesecake, I tried it, but it didn't turn, no, it wasn't the lemon baked, it was another one. But anyway, it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. So, yeah, that kind of went up to poop. Yeah, the tuna patties, as I said, I didn't make one with tuna, but it still turned out alright. Just having a look here what else I've made. There's a recipe on here somewhere for iced coffee, so those of you who loved your iced coffee, it's actually really simple. I use, I think it's called sugarless. Sorry, I was just having a look over at in my kitchen. I think it's called sugarless, and I use that because it's got no calories in it, as a sweetener, and it is fantastic. It actually tastes like real sugar, except it's more of a powder. But yeah, some of the especially once you go on to veg and protein, so your cruise phase, which I did an extra 3 days because I had a couple of days of not being on Dukan, so I did pure protein attack phase for an extra 3 days this week, just so that I could kickstart my body again and get back into it. But yeah, have a look at the website. There's some fantastic recipes on there. The Dukan Diet bread is yum. Oh my god. For those of you who are missing bread, make some of that. It is fantastic. The chocolate nummy Dukan style is like a chocolate biscuit sort of. But yeah, it is so nice. And the mocha shake, oh yummy. But anyway, enough talk about food. I will get up and I'll give you a bit of a, what's the word, twirl, to show you how I look, and then I'll say goodnight. So here we go. So this is my front. It's me from the side. From the back, and from the other side. And I don't know whether you can see that. I'm actually not tucking my stomach in at all. I'm just standing normally. And I've actually lost a lot here. And I've lost some off my back. And I can actually see in my arms that I've lost a bit from up here as well. I actually noticed that when I held my arm up before, that, you know, out like that when I was in the bathroom, and just where my elbow is, I've lost a little bit off there. So I'm really quite happy with that so far. I will keep everyone up to date with how I'm going weight-wise. Scales and I haven't always been friends, so I'm not weighing myself every week or every day, purely because it's going to mess with my head. Sorry, I nearly said a swear word then. So basically, for me, what's working is not weighing myself every day or even every week. The first time I got weighed was 2.5 weeks into it. So, I mean, I looked at that, and that's a 500 gram tub of butter. I've lost 5 of those, and those little buggers are pretty weighty. So yay me. Like I said in my first video, I think I said it in my first video, if I can lose 20 kilos by July next year, yay me. If I lose more, fantastic. But yeah, just have a look at those recipes, and just, you know, any comments down below, let me know what you think. Alright guys, I'll try and do one next week, uni permitting. It's kind of hectic at this point because I've got a lot of assessments due, so I'm not updating as often as I promised I would my first video, so I'm sorry. I really am. So please forgive me, but I will be back maybe a week, 2 weeks tops. It depends on how I go with uni and stuff. So yeah, good night, good luck, and mwah.